people. They say I got my pop's demeanor and mother's features. The garden's still private as ever. The gang thriving together. Your boys striving to be the most dominant ever. The hardest white boy since the one who rapped about vomiting sweaters and holding comments. Cause I promise you I'm honestly better than whoever came to your head right then. They ain't cut from the same thread like him. They don't study doing work to get ahead like him. They don't toss and turn in the bed like him. Cause they don't love it. 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 I've been laid back so long, I'm trying to get turned. Searching my name, dog, that's how you get hurt. Being likable, I'm trying to be unbreakable.
With the skyline of Manhattan as our backdrop, we are across the East River in the fabled borough of Brooklyn, New York. Today, after a topsy-turvy opening weekend, it's on to week 2, and we've got a good one here, as it'll be the Washington Commanders and the Brooklyn Bulls. The final weekend of the summer. Hope you're enjoying it wherever you are as we are off and running on EA Sports. And they will elect to not bring this one out as our first drive will begin at the 25.
Let's go now. Smash, smash. Hurt. Set, tempo, set.
On the handoff, they start with Richardson. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at second down. Well, you think about what it's taken to get to this point. The Giants and the Jets, obviously historic franchises, shared the stadium for years, never felt fully right. Well, now you got 2 New York teams with 2 different homes. And this team in Brooklyn, I'll tell you what, walking in and seeing the excitement on the fans' faces, they are ready to embrace a team here in Brooklyn. And this should be a fun experience to watch unfold. And he'll scratch out a yard up to the 30, and that's all. You talk about this Washington defense. And they're a tough unit to throw against, currently 4th toughest in the NFL.
And hey, they were stingy in the opener. Didn't allow much of anything at all through the air. So now they come into week 2 saying, hey, let's see if we can do even better. Let's go ahead and get to that number 1 spot.
On the ready.
Third play here, this opening drive, as they're up against a 3rd and 5.
Riggs. Drop 60, drop 60. 18 Rattler. Ready.
Hooker's going to throw it. Hard throw, incomplete.
That was their first 3rd down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key 3rd down throws.
On 4th down, on is Corey Bojorquez to punt. And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. Oh, and what a play on special teams here. This is going to be down inside the 5, all the way down at the 2-yard line.
And he's got to be fired up about that effort. I don't think he could have walked down and placed it any better than where he ended up putting the football. That was excellent.
Carry here for Robinson. And they'll get him down up past the 15-yard line. That'll go for a gain of 13, helping big time to get away from that end zone. First down.
Well, so much for being backed up against their goal line to start the drive. He gave some breathing room and then some. I think the defense really got caught thinking safety, trying to stack the line of scrimmage. And oftentimes, if you can get past the initial grouping, there's a lot of room to run. The defense actually fortunate that didn't go farther.
Right there. Buffalo 18.
Here's the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. Elliott going to be hit. He coughs it up. Loose football. But it looks like one of the DBs has it. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line. Not the trend he wanted to start the season with a fumble lost in both weeks 1 and 2. Now, it's not a disaster, but certainly not what he was looking for.
Got to get that fixed because otherwise he shows up on every scouting report. I remember sitting in defensive rooms and hearing the scouting report from my coaches, and if someone had a particular problem carrying the ball and holding on to it, that was noted. Hey, make sure you get a little extra attention to him. Get after the football. He's dropped it the last couple of games.
A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves them with a 2nd and 3. This running game's so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead them to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity, and that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week, and right now we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
They haven't made much of this great starting field position they had. Here's 3rd and 6. Hooker, he's going to move him around a little bit here. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. That is caught and brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
That's a sharp throw right there on 3rd down. They're looking to get the first points of the game, and they certainly don't want to be on a field goal. So that's a nice job to get the hook up and set up a 1st and goal.
Ready.
Now Jones. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield.
An awful lot of congestion in the middle third of the field, but how about our defensive tackle right there? He didn't just hold the line. He provided some push and smacked the ball carrier down for a loss.
Moved back to the 10. They'll try on 2nd and goal here. Now Hooker. This time for Smith, and it's intercepted. And he's got daylight. It's a foot race. And he will bring this one back. An interception return for a Commanders touchdown. Well, really a fantastic play, not only to pick that off, but he had to run a long way, Charles, the other direction to hit pay dirt. He did it, and they've got the first lead.
And that certainly changes the early tone of this game, doesn't it, partner? One moment, they were going to be in early control. Now they just have a few moments to clear their heads and get back out there against an electrified defense.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. And this will come out to the 25 as Hamler elects not to return it.
At their own 25-yard line.
Ready.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick 6, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
And sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick 6 and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
Come on.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Back to the ground, this time with Jones. And he'll grab a gain of 5 out of this up to the 41-yard line.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
At the 41.
Okay,
Here's
quick.
a 2nd and 5.
Eighteen Cardinal. Ready.
They go play action. Here's Hooker. Short throw, it's Higbee. And they can't bring him down. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 42. 17 yards on the pickup there. The drive will continue. In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Check. Go.
They run with Richardson. 20. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10.
This has been a good drive so far, and it's been the running game for the most part that's powered them down there. Another nice burst there, picking up a first down. Now it's 1st and 10, as you said, in the red zone.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10.
Ready.
On the ground, here's Richardson again. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. And our statistician, Ben Ramsar, just held up 3 fingers to remind me he now has 3 tackles for a loss rolling in the first quarter.
Well, Ben's got it detailed perfectly. He always gives us the right stats. I'd love to be on the offense's headset right now because what you're hearing is, can someone please block him? Come up with a scheme, come up with something. Make sure you block him because he's disrupting everything.
Got it.
A
Ready.
rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. He'll keep it himself. Not even a chance to pitch that one as he's swallowed up in the backfield. 7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down.
60 Eagle. Ready.
Here's Hooker to throw it. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
I think that was a good job there defensively. They did allow them to drive all the way downfield, but once they got their backs to the goal line, they really turned up the pressure.
Yeah, they let them get all the way down here. Now the field shrinks. They've struggled to convert, and that last incompletion brings up 4th. So that kick gives them their first points of the game, CD, and it comes on the 3rd drive, but hopefully for them that's a spark that gets that offense going.
Yeah, and I would say if you're the offensive play caller, as you look at your sheet, you're trying to find that part on there that unlocks bigger points. They've struggled with a few drives so far, finally got 3 out of it. How do you find the end zone? That's what he's searching for now.
Let's go.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And last time they coughed it up, led to a field goal. They're fortunate that it only led to a field goal, but still, they're not happy about it.
Could you sense the relief, though, when they only gave up the field goal and they were able to trot back out on the field and start this drive? A little more pep in their step because they didn't cost their team a touchdown, but they know they've got to do it a lot better than they did on the last possession.
The coach will just be relieved, though, if they recoup with a score here, right?
I think the coach would be ecstatic to see them pick themselves back up and now take it downfield, punch in the end zone, now turning it over.
Now left side, a completion to his tight end. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Yes, sir. How about an attaboy there on 1st down? Got his hand in and knocked it away.
Get it.
2nd and 10.
19 tight. 19 tight. Ready.
A give to Elliott running left. And down inside the 40 to about the 38. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
A good chance this is 4-down territory if they're unable to convert. But right now looking at a 3rd and 3. They'll look to throw. He's got his target. That's complete. He's going to have the first down and then some. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. First catch here by McLaurin, and he's got himself a first down.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Flushed out right. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
And here you're down in the red zone. You need to be smart, not force anything. So that's a wise decision to just get rid of the football.
Now a 2nd and 10. Second down and a run by Robinson. And he gets this inside the 10 to the 9. It's also a gain of 9.
And that's the kind of run that gets everyone excited on offense. And, you know, oftentimes the guys who carry the ball are the ones in the huddle doing the chirping. Right now, I think it's the offensive line telling them, run it again. We are right there about to break a big one.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And a dump off here to Robinson. And the Commanders are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as they find a way to convert there on 3rd and 1.
Well, they've certainly done a nice job spreading the ball around on this drive. This time he gets it out to his back, and it's another nice play and another first down. They've got the defense on their heels a little bit. They're reacting instead of being aggressive and making plays.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Washington. Ezekiel Elliott, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And they are able to add on to their advantage. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good. And that pushes the lead up to 11. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will come out to the 25 as Hamler elects not to return it.
On the check.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
To throw on 2nd down, here's Hooker. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
One thing you hope to see out of a rookie tight end is a real concentration when the ball's in the air, and I'm not sure that he didn't, but he has to be prepared for people making a play on it when that ball's up for grabs.
This offense so far on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. Throwing. Hooker. He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. And that one good for 16 yards and a first.
And they'll use him out of the backfield, and sometimes quite a bit. They're just trying to get him touches any way they can. 4 catches a week ago. There's another one right there.
Ready.
Now it's Richardson. And this one not going anywhere. They get him at the 44 for a gain of just a yard.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
Here we go.
2nd and 9 from the 44.
Rig alert. Rig alert. Mustang 19. Go.
Looking to throw. Hooker. This one swung out here to Jones. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 45-yard line.
Check, check, check. 19 tight, 19 tight. Ready?
Hooker. And this one is incomplete.
That's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
Here we go, here we go.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Go, street.
Richardson. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
We've got a 14-3 ball game with 2 minutes left in the opening half.
Ready,
And on
break.
3rd and 5, this will be the 8th play of the drive.
Street, street. Ready, ready.
Here's Hooker. Complete. Richardson has it. He's got room at the 30. And some room to run now. And he'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Call that a very strong gain of 24.
And when you're throwing the ball downfield really well like they have been on this drive, it's really a nice time to work one of the screen plays in. One of my favorite play callers in the game has always told me he starts every game with 10 to 12 screens because if he starts feeling the pressure from the defense, he uses their aggressiveness against them.
Hooker's throw complete there to Smith. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they're going to be set up with a 1st and goal.
Let's go now.
1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Quick throw complete, and it's caught. Touchdown. A great effort there with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Bulls have cut it back within a score. Well, that's just how they drew it up, CD. His first read was there, got it to him quickly, and into the end zone.
Absolutely excellent execution by all involved. And the coordinator, got to give him credit, found the perfect play call. Quarterback let it fly as soon as the target came free, and his guy made a nice catch. Just how you draw it up in practice and then execute it in the game.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. So both of these teams, Charles, coming off touchdowns now, but this offense, they just had to stand on the sideline, watch their opponent offer a really impressive drive to reach the end zone.
Yeah, and I think you're not telling yourself the truth if you don't think there's some one-upsmanship going on right now, because they just had their touchdown answered by a drive of double-digit plays that also found the end zone. Now they want to do something even more impressive to answer that one. But you just knew that these rushers were eager to do that today. Put him on the ground. Their plan, introduce themselves individually to this rookie quarterback. They said hello in a big way there with a loss of double-digit yards on that sack.
He'll drop to throw. Out route looking for McLaurin. He's got him. And he is out of bounds right around the 34. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to third down.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
Pass taken in by his big tight end. Room to maneuver at the 35. And finally brought down at the 31-yard line. A big play that time on the catch and run. 35 yards.
And the offense is saying to itself right now, if only they were all this easy, because he was wide open. And once he made the catch, plenty of room to work his way downfield. That was a breakdown on the defensive side of the ball, one that they want to fix immediately.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another first down.
Back to throw again. They'll set up the screen to Elliott. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. They'll look to throw again. He's got his running back out of the backfield. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. Blankenship's kick is good. And that moves him up by a touchdown now at 17-10. So a late 3 there, and that'll help as they head into the break.
Talk about situational football and something they've worked on since the OTAs and mini camps the previous summer. They take care of the ball, get 3 points, knowing they're going to get the ball to start the second half. That's the old 2-for-1 special to finish things off.
At their own 13-yard line.
Get it!
They'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. And he's going to be taken down here as that will lead us to the end of the first half of play. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down, 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. 1 touchdown is the difference. 17-10 our score, and we are back underway on EA Sports. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
A first down carry by Elliott. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front, because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
Here's 2nd and 8. And he can't escape, and down he goes. Chris Barnes able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
They've gobbled up over 30 yards of turf so far, but a sack knocks them backwards. And that interrupts the momentum they were building. Good opportunity for the defense to escape this drive before they get to the end zone.
Here now a 3rd and 20. Now back to throw. Looking for Johnson, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Kelvin Joseph. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it. So they escape, so to speak, maintaining the football. Defensively, though, opportunity missed.
It definitely was, because that's all defenses talk about. Getting the football and either advancing it the other way or just getting possession and turning it over to their offense. That can be a little bit deflating. You're exactly right. A lost opportunity.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Now a throw here to his running back. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is he lining up? What can he do? What kind of damage can he do to us downfield? And who can match up with him without weakening our overall defense? You're exactly right. It's a tough task to match up to him.
The offense here not budging. They're going to fight for it on 4th and inches. Oh, they're changing this at the line. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. That is caught. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. 4th down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the Sticks make a drastic shift forward. On 1st and 10, it's Robinson. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help.
And he takes it in. Touchdown, Commanders. Ezekiel Elliott with career touchdown number 96. He joins Eric Dickerson on the all-time list. And the Commanders have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good. And the lead now up to 14. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25.
Ready.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive.
19 Tiger. Ready.
Hooker on 1st down. Escaping the pressure right. Throwing the out route and complete. That's Richardson. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. And quickly, they get to the line.
79 Broncos.
1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
7 Pirates. Go.
On 1st and 10, Hooker. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Quan Martin. And the Commanders are going to take over at their own 41.
Here we go.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. They'll start the drive with Elliott. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 55 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot.
What I continually hear from running backs and offensive linemen is how often they're actually getting together to watch film so they can get in sync with each other, understand blocking patterns better, how a running back likes to cut, what he wants to do. And, boy, it all came together on that one.
That's one where they watch that and say, hey, we did everything we were supposed to do right there.
That looked like the play we drew up and designed, and then we got to see it unfold in real time.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
I tell you what, that's a veteran play from a guy in his first season in the NFL. A lot of rookies are trying to force something there. He thought better of it, and that was the right decision.
Check. Ready.
10th carry now for Elliott. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3, and now it's third down.
How about the job there on the outside? Shed the wide receiver and was able to make the tackle on the perimeter.
Third down at 13. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. And, he's going to be hit and driven into the turf. Sacked there by Jadeveon Clowney.
We've watched this a long time, and I still don't believe we get it. Third and long. Why are you calling play action?
Yeah, because they're not going to bite defensively, right?
No, not at all. I did have a coach explain to me years ago that for some teams, that's how they have to deal with pass protection and their line blocking. But to me, it seems silly.
Yeah, well, they're silly, and that leads to a play action sack. So the turnover leads to points as they add 3 there.
Yeah, what a sequence there, and a nice one for them. They forced the interception, put together a little drive, and then come away with 3 points. Nothing to it, partner. Just do it.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive.
Unlock line.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as...
Come on.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Cowboy 80.
Now Hooker. Eluding the pressure right. Throw on the run, but that's going to be incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
Ready.
Back to the air on 2nd down. Here's Hooker. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Inside the 10, and he will bring this one back. An interception return for a Commanders touchdown. Well, you start to feel sorry now for the young man throwing the football. This is really turning into a disaster.
Listen, it's baptism. All right, this is almost a rite of passage. This young in the league, go back and find a Hall of Fame quarterback and check their records for their first 2 years, especially if they started the bulk of the games. I'll bet you'll find double-digit interceptions on just about every one of them. They have to learn as they go along.
And this will come out to the 25 as Hamler elects not to return it. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And that last pick 6 may have been the backbreaker as they now face a 3-score deficit in the 4th quarter. They need points quickly. Flush to his right. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
And they're at the point of the ball game now where they've got to take some chances. They've got to put the ball in the air and just see what happens. But this defense knows that all too well.
Third down, Hooker looks to throw it. Setting up the screen here, Aaron Jones. He's got this almost to the 40 before going out. That's a gain of 14.
First down. First and 10 at the 39.
Ready.
Hooker to the air yet again. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10. Here's Hooker to throw it. A quick throw, but incomplete.
I think this one offensively, this is one where you just say, let's move on. Let's not even watch the game tapes from this one.
Yeah, you might just want to throw it in the trash, act like it was never there in the first place.
Yeah, just say we're good. I actually have heard of a coach in the past who took his team out to the practice field and ceremonial.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And the Commanders are in great shape here as they take over at their 46-yard line. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his second season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
From just shy of midfield, here's 2nd down and 7. They go to Elliott again. And he'll get across midfield and down to the 48-yard line.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. Washington going to send out their punter, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. He punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Now, this is going to carry well into the end zone for a touchback.
Here we go. Here we go. Hurry, hurry. Hurry, hurry.
Here's Richardson to start the drive. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. They'll come up 2nd and 6 now from the 24.
Ready, ready.
Throwing. Hooker. Looking left sideline, it's complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down. They'll send a receiver here in motion right.
70 Ranger, 70 Ranger. Check go.
Hooker now on first down. He's going to find Jefferson open downfield. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. And they'll bring the big tight end across the formation left. First down throw here. It's Hooker. The left side completion to Jones. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And that's going to bring up 2nd down. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
60 Maverick, 60 Maverick.
Again, it's Hooker looking to throw. And the man open here is strong. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3.
18, 5
and they're going to speed things up here.
Come 19, come 19. Ready, ready.
Hooker. just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up second down.
Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is...
And oh my goodness, here's a 5th interception.
Picked off by Emmanuel Forbes. And he will bring this one back. An interception return for a Commanders touchdown. Rodrigo Blankenship on for the PAT.
Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead.
Commanders 41, Bulls 10.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive.
Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
60 Bison.
Hooker wants to change the look.
60 Bobcat. 60 Bobcat.
Flag comes in. This might be a free play. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on third down.
So they'll accept that penalty, and that'll, of course, move the football up the field.
Come on.
Incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
Ready?
After the penalty, it's Jones. And Jones is not going to have the first down as they stop him short.
An audible here to get a new look.
Buffalo 18.
They'll go for it. Hooker. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
Hurry.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage.
19.
First down.
Looking to throw. Hooker.
Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game.
41-yard line.
Work to do here to avoid falling to 1-1, but this is 1st and 10 right now. From the gun, it's Hooker. This one swung out here to Jones.
And he's going to be out of bounds down around the 35-yard line. So the completion good for 6 yards, and that will bring up second down.
That's now 4 completions in a row. A good bounce back following the interception last drive.
Certainly not letting it affect him, that's for sure. And we all know interceptions are going to happen. So the big trick, don't let it...
And he cannot avoid the pressure as the Washington pass rush gets home.
And the offense moving quickly to the line.
Bronco 80. 18 Rattler. 18 Rattler. Go.
One final shot. They'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete as time has run out on this football game.
And as this defense